All right, it's time to close up the chainsaw mill. So we're gonna break this down. I'm gonna go through all the steps and show you all the pieces and how it breaks down into a small form factor when I store it in my shed.
Let's take our blower and get rid of any excess sawdust. First, we're going to use our impact to lower the jack stands. We have an attachment that we can attach to the end so we don't have to manually crank them up and down. Now let's remove these shims that help stabilize it. Next, we're going to take off the ramps and these leg supports. These are 6-inch timber screws, just like we use to attach all the different pieces of the chainsaw mill. So there's one on this side, and then we'll move over to the other side, and there's the same thing. There's a screw right here. We'll take that one out. All right, we'll set those aside for later. Now we can take out the ramp pegs, which basically assist the log as it's going up and down the ramps to help support it. Now we can just lift off each of the ramps. They're just kind of wedged in there, and we can carry them over to the pile. Now we're going to just double check that our brackets that we use for attaching the log are inset enough so they don't stick out. So this one here needs to be moved in a little bit. So I'll just take out the screws and reposition it and screw it back down. All right, let's take off this log platform. It's held on by 2 more of those 6-inch timber screws. These screws attach into the 4x4s that are used to raise and lower this platform. Now the platform is free and we can just carry it away. These handles really made a huge difference in moving it around. Here's a quick shot of the pocket that the 4x4 goes up into, one on this side and one on this side. It really helps it keep it stabilized. All right, onto the top platform. We have 2 screws here and here that we need to remove. They also go into the 4x4s that are on the back platform piece. Here's a quick close-up of those timber screws that I've been using. I'll leave a link to where you can buy these down in the description below. Now that the screws are out, we can now lift off this platform. We may have to push down a little bit here. It gets wedged in there pretty good. A little back and forth until it kind of pops off. This one also has a handle, which is really helpful with moving it around. We'll put it down here for now until we can go around and move it from the other side. You can see this one has a pocket as well that the 4x4 goes into, and we've labeled each of them. So I'll have a 1 on this side and then I'll have a 2 on this side. Now we can carry this one over to the pile with the other pieces. Up next, we'll tackle these front supports, first starting with these 4x4s that were used to raise and lower the log. There's a pocket right here on the bottom and on the top that the 4x4 goes up and down in. Each one of these front supports is held in with 2 more of those lag screws. To help with the next setup, I'm going to draw some lines here to really show exactly where they need to go. Also, I'm going to label everything as much as I can so that it's really clear where everything goes. There's no question about what goes with what. Let me jump over to the other side and do the same kind of markings. Here's a great shot of all the upcycled pieces that I've used from pallet wood and old 4x4s from a fence, and that really helped keep the cost down when I was building this. All right, let's take out the 2 timber screws on this side that hold the support to the back. Now back over to the other side and do the same. There are 2 more of those timber screws to pull out. Now we can just pull them off from the back panel here. And go ahead and drop them. Now that allows us to carry the back piece away, and good to go. Now let's grab the last two pieces, and that will be it for all the parts.
Just like that, sawmill's taken apart. It's all packed up, super easy. Just a couple screws, a couple pieces, goes together just as easy. So we'll do that really quick.
We'll fast forward this part so you don't have to go through the full time, but it takes about 5 minutes to set up and break down, which is good in my book for the amount of time that I'm actually using it. We had a lot of fun building this and coming up with the ideas and modifying as we go, so we look forward to using it each season now. I started sharing videos to inspire people to come up with ideas just like this sawmill. Maybe this will spark an idea for you for a similar project or even something completely different. Well, there it is, all broken down, not too bad. Kind of see from another angle over here. Very portable, storable. Each piece is relatively small. I think I had 10 of those count, and that's it. One tool, the impact that came with it, the bit, excuse me, and the rest of it is already assembled, ready to go for next time. So I think this is the best part of it. Well, not the best part, but this is a great part of it, that it just kind of breaks down to nothing. All right, now we're in the shed. This is the area that we store it in, and I'm gonna bring the pieces in and show you how it fits in nicely with a small footprint. That's it. Probably maybe 18 inches by 4 feet space is all it really needs. And it's all stacked and up against the wall. Try to keep it as vertical as possible so that there's no warping, but it doesn't really matter with these ones and these ones. So now it's good for the winter, and we'll see it in the spring. Here we're milling up a hickory log that we recently cut. If you like learning about our custom chainsaw mill, we've got plenty of videos to learn about different logs that we've cut up, the whole process of setting up logs, how we load logs, and even more. Check out the links in the description below.